morning, afternoon, or evening. I go by the name of Solo, and welcome to Solo Driven. Now, if you don't know already, this is my '03 Terminator Cobra, which I bought in the beginning of last year. Now, today's topic... Whoa. I apologize about the wind. I do have a wind deal on the mic, but who knows how well it's gonna work. And it's kind of pushing my camera, so wow. Now on today's subject, we're gonna be talking about 5 mods you need to do ASAP if you buy an '03-'04 Cobra. Now before I get into this video, I must say that these are my suggestions, and it's very important that you do a lot of research as far as what you're gonna do for your custom build. Do the research on your own and you decide to see what's best for your build. Now a lot of times with these type of cars, any type of sport car, what everyone wants to do is jump in straight into the performance parts. They want to add all the power that they can and get that car going, get that car fast, but they don't realize that they are not compensating for all the pressure, all the amount of heat that you are causing that engine, causing that motor with the addition of your performance parts. So I highly recommend doing at least 3 of these, which are on the list, which I'm gonna go over first before you do any type of performance mod. Now the good thing about this list is that these are gonna be 5 mods that are gonna be beneficial for you, whether you decide to keep the car stock or heavily modify it. So these are 5 essential mods, again, that you need to do as soon as you get this car. I'm gonna pull out my phone because I have terrible memory. So number 1 on the list is the alternator. This car shares the same alternator as the V6 Mustang. Now with a V6 and a supercharged V8 4-valve, that's a drastic difference. So it's gonna cause a lot of issues if you decide to keep and run that stock alternator. So what I personally went with was the MechMan alternator, which I have a video. I'll link it in the description below if you want to check that out. I, in my case, went with a MechMan 170 amp alternator, which is going to be plenty enough room to play around if you decide to get bigger fuel injectors, bigger fuel pump, you know, double cooling fans, whatever the case may be when it comes to performance. That's going to be plenty enough ampage to handle all that. Now if you want to go with a sound system and screens and a deck and all this crazy stuff, then you might want to consider a 240 amp with the big gauge upgrade. When I had the stock alternator on there, I would have idle issues. It was not steady. When I would go all the way into the high RPM ranges, it would kind of stutter. I thought it was a fuel issue, but as soon as I changed that alternator into a bigger alternater, it completely eliminated those issues. I have a clean pull all the way up into the higher gears, and that was very beneficial. And who would have known that it was just the alternator all along? So I highly recommend doing the alternator first. Number 2 on the list, which is one that I don't even want to do, but the brakes. The stock brakes on this car suck. Simple as that. When I'm doing a highway pull and I got a curve coming up, I have a hard time slowing down without slamming, you know, my foot onto the floor. So brakes are a big factor with these cars. They've been a big issue, and that's something that you should change as soon as you can because they can be pricey. I haven't looked into what kind of brand I'm gonna get yet, but I know that's something that I need to take care of ASAP. Number 3 is the radiator. Now the radiator that comes on this car is very, you know, standard. Now when you upgrade into a performance radiator, you're gonna decrease those operating temperatures anywhere from 20 to I believe 40%. Don't quote me on that, but you're gonna keep that engine cooler, healthier in the long run, whether you decide to mod your car or keep it stock. You want to upgrade that radiator so you get optimal performance from that engine, whether you're doing mods or not. Your second best option from when I was looking is going to be the Fluidyne radiator. That's going to be a 3-row pass radiator as well, and it runs around 400 and some odd bucks. The only thing is that the fitment is not going to be as well as my first option, which happens to be the Ron Davis radiator. It has a very nice finish to it, very nice build. The fitment was very simple. I just had to kind of bend back the ABS lines, and that was it. The only thing is that it comes with a price tag of, anyways, that comes with a price tag of $699, like 700 bucks, I don't remember, but that's gonna be your best option as far as I'm concerned. Now, number 4 on my list is the heat exchanger. Again, you want to extract all that heat, keep the car as cool as possible, and the only way you're going to do that is by changing out that radiator and changing out that heat exchanger. Now, what I went with was a Fluidine 3-row heat exchanger, which I painted black, and I'm super happy with it. It's kept the car happy, and the fitment was perfect, and I have had no issues with it whatsoever so far. Now, the last on my list, but definitely not least, again, a cooling mod, which happens to be called the head cooling mod. These car stock, the way it was engineered, it has a hard time pushing that coolant through the heads, cylinder 7 and 8. So 7 and 8 have a very hard time cooling down, which may lead to a lot of problems if you do not correct this issue. And the way you're going to correct this issue is by doing a head cooling mod, which I believe is like some tubing that allows the radiator to pass very nicely onto 7 and 8. It's gonna go somewhere back here. Again, we're gonna have a video in that in the near future. It's gonna keep these 2 cylinders a lot much more cooler than how it came factory because of the engineering. So yeah, it's gonna go back there somewhere, I believe, and yeah, which I actually have on its way. It should be coming in sometime this week along with some other mods. So if you don't want to miss those, make sure to subscribe. So anyways, guys, that's my list. I hope that you take those into consideration, because when you're, like I said, when you're adding all those performance mods, you know, getting all happy that you got the car, you want to make it faster, you need to compensate for adding all that stress to the motor by keeping it a lot cooler, keeping it happy, and keeping it safe for doing hood rat things with your friends. So that's gonna conclude today's videos. Those are my top 5 mods that you need to do ASAP when you get an 03 Terminator Cobra. Make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss any more content like this. It'll really help me out, and I'll see you on the next one.